Welcome back, everybody. So I've made a big change to my account and my clan boss team. If you guys were watching the last video, did an unkillable team with, I believe it was double Maneater. And I got it to the point where I was able to, two key nightmare, and I was trying to work towards ultra nightmare. And after 6-starring my second Maneater, we did get one blessing on him. And as you see here, we did 6-star the second Maneater. I realized that I also had a Feign, and I also had a Seeker and a PK. Now the PK was already 6-star, so I worked on getting Seeker and Feign up to 6-star, and now I was able to run a Bateater team. Now, I will say, at first I was kind of hesitant. Do I want to pretty much re-gear a lot of champions, move over to the Bateater team? What is it going to be worth it? How is it going to work? And I will tell you guys, I am now 2 King Ultra Nightmare and 1 King Nightmare, and the damage is crazy. So I'm going to show you guys how to build this team for yourselves. First, I will say, I grinded a lot of masteries. So as you see, I have max masteries on Feign. I have max masteries on Seeker. PK has max masteries as well. And if we go to both Maneaters, I pretty much just took the tree down until I can get the War Master proc. I will work on these other few, here or there. And as you see, I did the same thing on this Maneater, where I just push down until I can get War Master, just because I really want this juicy War Master proc that is usually procs for like 60, 70, 80K for when it procs, and we go from there. Now, I will also say I have fully booked Maneater, I have fully booked Feign, I have fully booked Seeker, and I have fully booked Painkeeper. So I do have full books on everyone, and I do have max masteries. Now, I will say without max masteries, I think I did 33 mil. So I was right on the cusp of 1 King Nightmare, and I could do Ultra Nightmare, but it would take a couple keys. So I'm going to show you guys how to build it. Let's get into it. Actually, before I get into that, before I forget, we are on our roll to 500 subscribers. Now, instead of asking you guys to help me get to 500 subscribers and just sub, I'm going to play you guys in rock, paper, scissors. So if I beat you, you subscribe. Are you ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, I threw scissors, so if you threw paper, you owe me a subscription. So let's get into why this team is really good and how do you build it. Now, the reason this team is really good is Feign is really good. Feign does an incredible amount of damage, and I feel like Feign's problem when it comes to clan boss is staying alive. So in an unkillable team, she gets to stay alive for 50 turns. So if we go to the A1, we really don't care about this one. We just know it attacks twice, right? We're not really stealing buffs or the turn meter from clan boss. That's not. Where she really shines is her A2 and A3. So if we go to the A2, she attacks once, and you can play 2 5% poisons and decrease attack for 2 turns. Now, this is on a 3-turn cooldown, and what makes this really good is with Painkeeper on our team, this becomes a 2-turn cooldown, which means every turn there's always a poison, and with the accuracy, there's usually always a decreased attack, but we also have Maneater for that. But another big reason that she's really good is you have another 3 hitting attack, but you also get decreased defense and weaken. Now, this is going to up your damage for all of your champions, right? The clan boss is going to take more damage because of the decreased defense and the weaken. So this is huge. This ability, and again, this is on a 4-turn cooldown. These buffs are up for 3 turns. With Painkeeper, this becomes a 3-turn cooldown. So poison and decreased defense and weaken are usually up the entire time, which is a huge. I was lucky enough to get a 2-star blessing just randomly, so I got Phantom Touch here. On Maneater, I have Cruelty, and outside of that, on Painkeeper, I have Phantom Touch as well, and that's all I have. So let's get into how do you build this team. So I'm going to bring over here, these are the thresholds that you need. Deadwood Jedi is an incredible website when it comes to building clan boss teams. So shout out to him. You can go to the speed tunes. Do you want a 1-to-1, 2-to-1? Oh, I have Maneater. How do I build comps with him? Ninja, blah, blah, blah. As you see, there's all different types of champions you can click on, and it'll bring you through all that. But first things first, we're going to go here. So you're going to have 2 Maneaters. You're going to have a fast Maneater and a slow Maneater. Now, the fast Maneater, you're going to want to have 265 speed to 285 speed. Now, I will say I would just focus on trying to get these speeds. Like if you can get 100% crit rate and a bunch of crit damage and a bunch of HP as well, on all of the, or on this champion, and if you can, you know, get 100% crit rate on everyone, go for it. I cannot where my account is right now, so I just worked on the speed. So we have our Maneater between this speed. You want Seeker to be between 248 to 254. You want the slow Maneater 239 to 247, and you want Painkeeper around 239, 247. As you see, this DPS can be anyone. I use Feign, and Feign for me with Masteries is doing about 20 mil damage per key. So again, that's huge. So I can 1-key Nightmare easily now, and I can 2-key Ultra Nightmare with just Feign. But if you have a champion that you think is better, that you want to put in, go for it. This just works really well for me. So I will get rid of this. I'm going to pretty much show you guys the stats, and that I don't have anything crazy. 30% crit rate, 3K, you know, attack, nothing crazy. I just have the speed that I need, 239. And if you look at my Maneaters, again, none of these champions have 31% crit rate again. All I care about is the speed. Goes to the max Maneater, and I have, I think, 240 speed. Again, look at the 50% crit rate. Nothing insane, honestly. And if we go to Seeker, it's pretty much the same. I feel like these stats are very achievable as long as you can get the speeds. I'm not worried about crit rate or crit damage. I'm just worried about getting the speeds to get the team to work. And then once you get better gear, you can grind up the gear and replace things to do more damage, have more crit rate, have more attack, etc. And then if we go to our last, I would say Feign is who I put the most effort into. So we do have 100% crit rate with Feign. We have 128% crit damage. We have 294 accuracy. So with Feign, all I care about is the accuracy to make sure the decreased defense is working, the weaken is hitting, and the poisons are hitting every time. So that's why I have so much accuracy. And a lot of this accuracy, as you will see, I'll show you, comes from the gear. Now, I did get lucky on some of the rolls. We also have 4K attack. So I would say this is built the best. But if we go here, I have an accuracy chest that happened to get a triple speed roll. But here's 62 accuracy, right? If we go here, here's another 62 accuracy. So that is 124 accuracy. That's almost half of the accuracy just off 2 pieces. And then obviously, you know, we got another accuracy roll here. And I did get lucky on some of these triple accuracy rolls there, you know, accuracy here. And as you see, I'm using pretty much anything that I got an accuracy roll in, I'm pretty much using. And that's it. So I am going to show you the setup on how you do it, because this is a full auto team. And that's another reason that I switched to, because the double Maneater worked perfectly fine, but I had to set up, you know, on turn 1, do this, on turn 3, do this, turn 5, do this, then it's full auto. And that's just, it's time consuming, and I'm lazy. But as you see here, only 156K, but if we look at Spider, he has 230K, and we are out damaging per key. So we're doing about 43 mil per key, and he's doing about 40 mil. So, I mean, that goes to show you that this team is just really, really, really good. And I will go to, so we can 2-key Nightmare. I think you need 70 mil and I'll Nightmare. As you guys see, I'm doing 48 mil for 1 key, you know. And if we look at the power, I mean, look at this guy, 2 keys, 100K. He's doing 30 mil a key. And I am out damaging most people in my clan right now with this Bateater team, because it is so, so, so good. So I'm going to show you guys, you know what, it's fine. I'll waste 100 gems just to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys the team setup. Here's my clan boss team. And I, like I told you guys, it's full auto. So I'm going to hit this. For your fast Maneater, you want to open with your A3, right? And you leave everything the same. Pretty much good. For your slow Maneater, right? So here's a slow one. We want to open with our A1 and then use the A2 right after, or the A3 right after. Just set it up like this. For Feign, you want to open with the A1. Or I'm sorry, open with the A3, and then you want to use your A1, and that's all you care about. Painkeeper, you want to A2 first, and then you want to A1 or A3 after. For Seeker, you just want to open with his attack boost, and that's it. And once you have this saved, you can just hit auto. Now, I will say, I'm going to run it for a little bit, but here, the best thing about it being full auto is if I were to go to this, I can quick battle this. And because it's a full auto team, I'm going to get the 48 million damage. I don't have to actually watch it. If you 1-key it, you click start, quick battle, it's done within, you know, a couple seconds. No waiting through, you know, 10 minutes or however long it takes. And I'm going to show you guys what this looks like, and then I'm going to exit out the client so that you guys, that I don't lose the key. But as you see, we're just going to go to the presets, make sure it's clicked, start on auto, I hit start. And as you guys, I'll let maybe 5 to 10 runs go, and just to show you guys what it looks like. As you see, we get an attack, and the cooldown happens. And as of right here, you see this Unkillable and this Unkillable, we'll be able to alternate between them. Same thing with Fane's going to come in. And right now, as you see, it's like, oh man, the damage doesn't seem insane. You know, we're turn 2, we're only doing 500k. But the damage will ramp up, I promise you. Once all the procs are happening, as you see, 55 there, 60 there, another 55, another 55. As these war procs or War Master procs are hitting, these Giant Slayer procs are hitting, the damage is going to ramp up. And as you see here, once the presets are made, you can just hit auto and it will be a full unkillable team for all 50 turns, and you don't have to worry about messing up. You don't have to worry about the affinities. You don't have to worry about anything. This works all affinities. It's full auto. You have no problems as long as you're hitting the thresholds for the speed, which I showed you, and that's it. And as you guys see here, we're around turn 5, and after everyone attacks here, you'll see he's going to attack, and then boom, we have unkillable again. After this, unkillable, and then clan boss attacks, and that's pretty much it. And you know, we run this, and I'm doing about 43 to 46 mil depending on the procs, but that's it. And now my clan boss team is infinitely better. I don't have to worry about, you know, spending 15 to 20 minutes doing it. Now for Ultra Nightmare I do, but for the most part, all right, I'm going to pause it here, and I'm going to end the video. I'll exit out of here later, but if you guys have these champions, consider building it for yourself. It is 100% worth it. Don't have to worry about any affinities. I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to get daily chests from Nightmare, daily chests for Ultra Nightmare, and that's going to be a super amount of gear, a bunch of shards, and that's going to help me build my account up as well. But that's all I got for you guys today. But as always, until next time, guys, Senpai out.